No intro needed. Let's get right into it. Ghislaine Maxwell, the former girlfriend of Mr. Epstein himself. Ross Gow, Ghislaine's press agent. Emmy Taylor, Ghislaine's ex-personal assistant. Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, and the second son of Queen Elizabeth II of Great Britain and the brother of King Charles III. Hillary Clinton, former First Lady and presidential candidate. Bill Clinton, former US President. John Connolly, the detective undercover journalist who visited Epstein. David Copperfield, a magician on TV. Alan Dershowitz, a prolific lawyer and media pundit who represented Epstein in 2006. Richard Branson, British billionaire and business magnate, founder of the Virgin Group. Al Gore, former US Vice President under Bill Clinton. Leonardo DiCaprio, the actor who played the Wolf of Wall Street and Titanic. Ehud Barak, former Israeli Prime Minister. Stephen Hawking, British physicist and science author. Michael Jackson. Kevin Spacey, the actor who played in House of Cards and American Beauty. Marvin Minksy, an artificial intelligence pioneer. George Lucas, the guy who made Star Wars. Kate Blanchett, an Australian actor who starred in The Lord of the Rings and Tar. Jean-Luc Brunel, a French model agency boss who was also one of Epstein's right-hand men. He committed suicide while awaiting trial. Naomi Campbell, a British model. Sharon Churcher, a British journalist. Heidi Klum, a German-American model. Bruce Willis, an actor who played in Die Hard and The Sixth Sense. Cameron Diaz, an actor who starred in Shrek and There's Something About Mary. Bill Richardson, former governor of New Mexico. Bianca Jagger, the wife of Mick Jagger. Glenn Dubin, a friend of Epstein's and a hedge fund manager. Tom Pritzker, American tycoon and philanthropist. Noam Chomsky, linguist and political philosopher. Eva Anderson Dubin, former Miss Sweden and wife of Glenn Dubin, who once dated Epstein. Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, former wife of Prince Andrew. Chris Tucker, an American comedian and actor who was in the Rush Hour films. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., American politician and conspiracy theorist. Juan and Maria Alessi, husband and wife working at Epstein's home in Florida. James Michael Ostrich, Janusz Banaszak, served as Epstein's Palm Beach house manager. Leslie Groff, Epstein's former secretary, who was named as a co-conspirator in his 2008 plea deal, but reportedly will not be charged. Bella Klein, also known as Bella Klen, depending on which document you look at, was a former accountant in Epstein's New York office. The following three people have no known information about them. Rebecca Boylan, Victoria Bean, Dana Burns, Daniel Estes, another unknown, Ron Eppinger, who I could not find a photo or reference of, but he was a sex trafficker. Annie Farmer, a woman who accused Epstein of sexual assault. Anuska DiGiorgio, a model who accused Epstein of rape. Maria Farmer, Annie Farmer's sister, who also accused Epstein of sexual assault. Louis Freeh, a former director of the FBI. Frederick Fekkai, a celebrity hairstylist. Alexandra Fekkai, son of Frederick Fekkai. Joe Fontanella, Epstein's butler. Doug Band, longtime ally of Bill Clinton, who even urged Bill to cut ties with Epstein. Virginia Roberts, a woman who accused Prince Andrew of sexual assault. The following names are professionals who worked with Virginia Roberts. Anthony Figueroa, Virginia Roberts' former boyfriend. Lynn Miller, mother of Virginia Roberts. Crystal Figueroa, sister of Anthony Figueroa. Sheridan Gibson Butte, Meg Garvin, attorney who represented Virginia Roberts. The following are more names that have no public information on them. Robert Giuffre, Philip Guderian, Alexandra Hall, Joanna Harrison, Shannon, Harrison, Victoria, Hazel, Brittany, Henderson, Brett, Jaffe, Forrest, Jones. Fred Graff, Sarah Kellen and Adriana Ross were former assistants to Epstein's and were both named as an unindicted co-conspirator in their 2008 plea deal. Dr. Stephen Olson, an orthopedist from North Carolina. Carol Kess, no public information. Stephen Kaufman, co-founder of Kaufman Consulting. Peter Listerman, the Russian man who allegedly sold girls to different billionaires. Wendy Lee, the author of the books Bowie and Unraveled by Him. Tom Lyons. Bob Meister, a professor at the University of California. Nadia Markinkova, a friend of Epstein's, named as an unindicted co-conspirator in his 2008 plea deal. A few more names with no information. Jamie Melanson, Donald Morrill, David Mullen, David Knorr, Joe Pagano, May Paluga, Stanley Pottinger, Detective Joe Reckery, former Palm Beach police officer who investigated reports of sexual abuse against children by Epstein, Chief Michael Reiter, the leader of previously mentioned investigation, Sky Roberts, Kimberly Roberts, Lynn Roberts, Ronaldo and Deborah Rizzo, husband and wife who worked for Epstein's alleged friend, Glenn Dubin, Haley Robson, named as a teen recruiter for Epstein in police documents, Dave Rogers, private jet pilot for Epstein, Scott Rothenson, Forrest Sawyer, Johanna Schoberg, a woman who claims she was sexually abused while underage by Epstein. She also claimed that Prince Andrew touched her breast. Doe Schotel, an investigator, Cecilia Stein, Marianne Strong, Mark Tafoya, Brent Tyndall, Kevin Thompson, Ed Tuttle, Crescenda Valdez, Emma Wagen, Anthony Valladares, Les Wexner, founder of L Brands and a former business partner of Epstein, Abigail Wexner, wife of Les Wexner, Christina Venero, a licensed massage therapist, Vicky Ward, investigative journalist and author who claims she was blocked from covering Epstein's misdeeds while working at Vanity Fair, Maritza Vasquez, Jared Weisfield, Sharon White, Courtney Wild, Daniel Wilson, Kelly Spam, an unknown person listed as flying on Epstein's private jet, Mark Zeff, a New York decorator, Alexandra Dixon, unknown person listed in Epstein's Little Black Book, Ricardo Legorreta, Mexican designer listed as a passenger on Epstein's private jet, Alfredo Rodriguez, Epstein's former household manager, jailed in 2012 for hiding and trying to sell Epstein's Black Book, Eric Ganey. Our next one is Donald Trump. Although he is on the list, it was proven years later that he never visited Epstein's island. Wow, that was a lot of names. How many did you know? As always, thank you for watching and be sure to subscribe for more content. Bye, losers.